Hello YouTubers, welcome back to another Dr. Python 10 YouTube video, and today is update number 20, I think, I'm not sure. So here it is, the TARDIS. Immediately you can tell it's been painted. I've still got to give it another coat in places such as down here because I've thingied it. The paint to use is what I've used, and what Josh has used as well is this raw sienna. And that's the logo Studio Acrylics. I recommend it highly for a base if you wanted to. And then for the rims, you want Lati, I think that's how you pronounce it. Lati or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's the one you want. You can get these in Boise's or anywhere else, maybe online. I'm thinking of giving it some gloss as well for it to shine, so it'll reflect. And this is just gloss paint. So yeah, sorry I sound a bit weird because I've been really busy and I've been really shouting on top of my lungs, put it this way. And yeah, I've been doing other bits, so hence I sound a bit croaky. So yeah, so here is the TARDIS. So the rims have all been crackled and othered. These little dimples here, as you want to call them, they're not all the same width or anything, but they are equally apart. So I drew a marker on a ruler and I just followed the marker along, and then I just like went over it with a brown Sharpie, and it's all been crackled. It's crackled to represent the Series 1 and 2 crackle design. Series 3 as well, because Series 4 changed quite a lot. But yeah, it's rock solid. These still move a tiny bit, but you know, these have been filled and also sanded. Same for this one, so you can see the creases and the imperfections, which gives it that stone look, which looks really cool. But when it's all gloss, it'll look nice and shiny, or somewhat shiny. Glue. And then this one, we'll see, it's had a bit of a dip there. So yeah, here as well. This one's just paint, but I did put some filler over it. So yeah, this is been painted, and then I put some filler in the cracks, and then I just spread a little bit of filler along as well, just to give it that texture like this, which works really well. And then of course I did the crackle and stuff. Then same for here. Still a bit loose on that one, but it's holding up well. You can tell it's been hinged up and stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy with the crackle design. There's been a few times where I've repainted, because this one was really crackled to, like, it looked really too much, so I repainted it. And then I redid the crackle. These were a pain to do. I wanted to do them equally, but because it was cut unequally, you know, it just meant I couldn't do it properly. So looking at all the panels, everything's laid out in a way where it's going, or where it's similar to going to. So this is going to be glued onto there, and then it's going to be painted silver. And then I've got to put like some sort of dowels or something over it to give it that weird shape. Then of course your switchboard goes here. I still need to raise that. Switchboard goes here, compass goes here. For this, I'm thinking of putting like a circuit board on, to give it some sort of something. I don't know yet. I bought this from Boys, like a couple of quid. It's actually a timer. It's actually got a magnet as well, so it'll stick on the mesh panel, and you can, you know, stuff like that. On this panel would be a wheel spacer and a tea light holder, but this is my makeshift tea light holder, so it's held in an angle like so, to show you. Then here you have the demat lever and the helping hands. There's usually something else on this panel, but obviously I can't really fit everything on. This one's obviously still spare. I said say panel, I said rib. I meant to say rib. This one, I can't remember what was on this panel, but there's a ruler on it for the time being. got a block connector because I bought some block connectors and started doing some block connector work. So yeah, the mesh panel back one. I know this isn't accurate. The switch isn't really accurate, but it's the right type of switch. It's all wired up so it can light up, but the light isn't that bright. But it takes a square 9-volt battery to power it. So I might just do what Josh did on his and add like another LED in it, so it'll turn on and it'll be blue. That's what I'm working with. That's what I'm thinking of doing, because this one isn't really bright enough. Or actually buy one that's bright enough. So yeah. I need to buy the acrylic box, which is blue. This is only to give it a test fit. It isn't the right size, it's just to give me a show where it would be, so it would be like here or something. I think this panel's where the keypads go, if I remember rightly. I think this is a keypad panel, I'm pretty sure, where the keypads go. The see trim foam panel, obviously I've got to reinforce it. I've got an idea of how to do that. Because you won't see underneath the mesh much, so there'll be blocks of wood with screws in it to help lift it up, but there'll be things on top of it so you won't see the wood. And then down here you've got this glow-in-the-dark thing down there. Then you've got the furniture caster things, which have been scuffed up, like, you know. Then you've got your triobes, which I want to spray paint silver, but I don't know yet. If I spray paint it silver, this is coming off. It's come off. The glue's really crap. So that'll get re-glued once it's all spray painted. This is going to represent that gate, like this caged light thing that was on the console. This is actually glass, but if you turn it upside down, I'm going to make a little holder so it'll work like a paperweight. Speaking of paperweights, this is a resin ball which was made by Dad's friend who likes making things, and this was made from leftover resin. It looks pretty cool. So this is a standing paperweight for the yellow paperweight on this panel. This is meant to be like the paperweight as well. This is a standing paperweight. It actually lights up as well, so you know it changes colours. So you can have it on the console like so, changing colours. But this is supposed to be the orange paperweight, not red. And then you've got another one of these caster things. Down here is the gauge. I need to cut this off and then glue it onto there. But I need to get some more expanding foam and work on these rib edges and underneath. And then I'll be painting the rest of it, and then it'll match the top. I will be giving the top another brush of paint. And then when I got the sides on, I've got darker brown paint, so I'm going to give it some sort of burnt colour. Just make it look like it's burnt. The rear start, I'm going to do the silver. This is going to be painted silver, all of it, and then I'm going to take the wire off and it'll leave the dip like it's got the thingies on it. That's going to be done silver, I think. That's only thingied on, so that's going to be hot glued on properly because I've only just put wire around it. This is going to be placed up like so I can actually turn the wheel. So yeah, this is another egg timer. This is not accurate to the one on the show or anything. I don't think there's one on the original TARDIS. But I was watching Josh's videos and I thought, oh, it has one on the TARDIS, and you know, it has one of these on of his TARDIS, so I thought, I'll just get it. Silly me, he doesn't. He had it on for an extra part, so I'm having it on for an extra part. So I've kind of gone for Josh's alternate TARDIS vibe here. The crystal thing that's on the console, that's not on the right panel. It should be on this one. These represent the hard drive motors. I've sacrificed these two from the these two from the other console. I don't really use them anyways, so I've took them off. I'll be putting something else in its place anyways. This one I've already had, so it makes the 3 hard drive motors on this panel. There's going to be a little light there. So yeah, and there's like a little sprocket thing here, which just looks cool. So yeah. Don't know which panel this is going to live on. I just put this on the rib just to give you an idea. But if you want it as a gauge, it's a nice little standalone gauge. I recommend getting this. It's pretty cool. So yeah. So the time rotor and the top of the time rotor has changed. The plant pot, I've peeled off all the tape because it was just peeling off. I tried everything, so I just peeled it off. Sanded it, give it a light sand, and then just give it its first coat and second coat of the acrylic paint. And then I did the same for that. Hot glue coming off. And then of course I give it the crackle work, even on the top, because there'll be some top shots as well. there's some on here as well. This is rock solid now, so it's not as flimsy, which is good. The inside there's been chopped down to make it a little bit lighter, because the time rotor does struggle at times. This hasn't been glued down again, but see what I mean, it's struggling. That's jump cut. But yeah, so when you press the lever, the time rotor moves. You see the mechanism there. I'll turn this light off. So yeah, and of course you got your view, which looks pretty cool. So if I give you another view of the top again, the time rotor's not moving, you get that nice little view above, which looks really cool. So yeah, so here's the back view, well the front view. You get to see that. Let's go into the drum kit a little bit, there we go. So that'll be a nice little shot for the interior of the TARDIS, which looks really cool. Obviously, I have got like a spare drum skin. I want to make a diffuser so it diffuses light. So it'll give me extra light, but also diffuse it just a little bit. There's too much light. But yeah, it looks amazing. I'm really happy with it so far. It's looking really cool. It's starting to look more like the console now it's been painted and stuff. I've still got to do expanding foam, still got to do this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like and of course subscribe. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Alonzo.